What's up, guys? You're welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And please, if you're not subscribed, please support me by clicking the subscribe button. So, in today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this ankle type pants. So, let's get started. First, you fold your fabric into 4 places like this, and then you leave 2 inches extra for the back panel. So you fold your fabric like this. So we have 2, and then you fold it again like this. So we have 4 layers, and then you leave 2 inches extra for the back panel. Next, you take the desired length of your pants. For mine, I'm using 39 inches, and then I added 3 inches for seam allowance, so I have 42 inches. And then the next thing is to take the crouch measurement. So my crouch measurement is 26 inches, and then I'll divide it by 2, so I have 13 inches. So I'll rule a line here for to take the crouch measurement. On this line, you take your hip measurement. You only need your hip measurement for this pants. You don't need your waist measurement. So I'll take my hip measurement, which is 42. You divide that by 4, so I have 10.5. You mark it here. And then I'll add 1 inch extra for seam allowance. And then I'll take the 2 inches left for the crouch extension. So I'm going to draw this line down to this place. And then you use 1 inch for the crouch extension, or the crouch curve, I mean. And then on the waist, just come over to this place. I'll take 1 inch off, and then I'll draw a curved line like this for the waist. And then I'll come over to this place. I'll take 1 inch down like this. So I took 1 inch here to make a curved line for the waist, and I took 1 inch here to make a slant line for the waist. And then I'll just come down for the hip measure, for the thigh measurement. I'll just come down and draw a curved line down to the end of the pants. I hope you can see. And then I'll come over to this side. I'll draw a curved line here too. I'll come down. So this is what I'll have. So my ankle measurement is 10 inches. And then I added 3 inches extra. So you divide that by 2. I have 10 inches. Divided by 2 is 5. And then I added 3 and 1 for seam allowance. So I have about 9 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut the front layer first. So I'm cutting only the front piece. For the back layer, you extend the crouch by 2 inches, and then you extend this part by 1.5 inch. Just mark it out, and then for the thighs and the leg part, you use 1 inch. You use 1 inch, and you mark it to the end of the pants like this, and so you cut. So we're going to cut the back layer next. And then you have this curve for the hip side. So this is what we'll have. So here's the front panel and here's the back panel. So next we go ahead and cut the pockets. Next you cut out a piece of fabric measuring 9 inches for the width and 12 inches for the length. So you go ahead, I've cut out 2 pieces, 9 inches for the width and 12 inches for the length. I have the right sides facing each other. I'll go ahead and place my front panel on this piece, and then go ahead and cut the shape out. So you place the front panel on the pocket, and then you cut out the shape. Cut out the shape of the pocket. For the pocket opening, you measure 3 inches. And then you measure 7 inches. And then you rule the line down to this place. And then we're just going to make a curved line here like so for the pocket opening. So you make a curved line and then you cut. So this is what we'll have. I just cut out these 2 strips of fabric. It's about 1 inch wide and then 10 inches long. I'll use it to hem the pocket opening before I attach the pocket to the pants. So to hem the pocket, you first stitch the strip to the pocket opening, and then you go ahead and top stitch it before you fold it. Before you fold it in and make another stitch on it. So this is what I've done for the other side. You top stitch and then you go ahead and stitch it. So next you go ahead and iron the pocket, and then you fold it in with 1/2 inch like this, and then you're going to place it on the front part of your front panel. So this is the right side of my front panel. So I'll place it on it like this, and then I'll just pin it. I'll pin it on the front panel. So I've done that of this side, as you can see. And then the next thing I'll do is to go ahead and sew it to the pants. I'll do it on the both sides. So here's the pocket. It's all done. So the next thing is to join the back panel to the front panel. So you take the right back panel, join it to the front panel, right front panel. And you do the same for the left too. With the right sides facing each other, you go ahead and sew the sides of the pants together. You sew the sides and then you sew the inner thighs too. You do the same for the other pair. So here's what we'll have after joining the sides and the thigh area together. So we're going to take this one and slide this one into it. So here's the right side of this one, and then here's the right side of this one. And we're going to join the crotch area together. So I'll pin it together. And then go ahead and pin the entire crotch area together. And then we'll sew from one end to the other end. I'm done sewing the crotch area together, so I'll just flip it inside out. So this is what we'll have. So the next thing is to fix the waistband. So you go ahead and fix your waistband. You can check out my video on how to make a paper bag short. I use the same technique to fix the waistband. I only use the wider elastic this time. And so you go ahead and iron your pants. You try it on to know if it fits. And then you go ahead and mark the hemline. For the hem, you can go ahead and use your sewing machine to hem it. But for mine, I'll be using this fabric fuse. I've never used it, but I'm going to try to see how it works. Go ahead and tape it to the wrong side of the pants. You just tape it like this. And then you press it down. And then you peel it off. And then you fold the hem gently. And then you can go ahead and iron it again. For the belt loop, you go ahead and cut these pieces, measuring 4.5 in width and 4 inches long. You go ahead and fold it right side facing each other. You sew it together, and then you flip it inside out, and then you iron it. You cut out 4 pieces of this with the same measurement. And so you go ahead and mark 5 inches on your pant legs. You've marked 5 inches. You mark it on both sides to place your belt loop. You take your belt loop, you have the stitch side in the middle, and then you have this as the right side. You place it here, you place it right in the middle, and then you pin it to the pants, and then you stitch it. You go ahead and stitch it with your sewing machine, and then you fold the other part and stitch it. You do the same for the other side. You pin midpoint to the midpoint, and then you pin it again like this, and you sew it. So I've done it for the other pair. Here's it. So for the ankle tie, I've cut a piece of fabric measuring 29 inches long and almost 3 inches wide, and then I've cut 4 pieces. So with the right sides facing each other, I'll just go ahead and cut, make the edges pointed like this, And then I'll do it for the both sides. I'll do it on this side too. Just to make the edges pointed. So you go ahead and sew the both sides together. With the right side facing each other, you sew it, and then you leave an opening to turn it inside out. So here's the tie. Just go ahead and slide it into the loop. And then you can tie it however you want it. And that's it. So here's the ankle tie pants. Please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please support me by clicking the subscribe button. I love you for watching. Thank you.